All right. Over the weekend, Hideaki Itsuno announced that he will be leaving Capcom after 30 years, which is a lot. I mean, I think he was, from the old guard, was probably one of the people who had been working at Capcom for the longest time. Because, I mean, there are a few others from the old days, from the 90s, that are still working there, but there are very few. Two, maybe three people. I can't remember the names. But yeah, there's still someone from the old guard, but it's very little, very few people. He was probably one of the most prominent ones who was still working at Capcom. And yeah, he's leaving. He's leaving to. I mean, he's another. He does have another project already lined up, so he probably will be working for another company as soon as he leaves. But I thought it was interesting because now Capcom, yeah, like the people who have been there, who have made Capcom famous, are pretty much almost all gone from from the old era, and they are left with new talent. I mean, new talent. They really don't have much of it, honestly. From what I've seen, from the games they make today, they really don't have much of anything from what I've seen. Their games are very forgettable. It's long gone the era of new franchises that were sellers, top sellers, very original. Now it's all recycled slop remakes. New games, most of the new games are fucking underwhelming. Even Dragon's Dogma 2 itself was pretty underwhelming. And I mean, Devil May Cry, I don't know what's gonna happen with Devil May Cry because honestly, it took them 10 years to decide to make a fifth game. The sixth game now, I don't know what's gonna happen. Who's gonna direct it, because Itsuno was famous for directing Devil May Cry and Dragon's Dogma for the most part. He also had worked on other projects, but those two were his own children, let's say. And yeah, honestly, I don't know who's gonna be in charge of those two franchises now from now on. I mean, it's possible also that they won't get sequels from now on. Who knows? Because honestly, with Capcom, you never know. They should have greenlit a DMC sequel at least. I mean, it's been 6 years since Devil May Cry 5 came out. So yeah, I mean, they still haven't even announced a sequel, so who knows what's gonna happen. I mean, I did enjoy Dragon's Dogma 1 because I did play it this year. So at least there's that. When it comes to Devil May Cry, though, I have to say I was never a fan of Itsuno's vision when it comes to Dante. Because I'm one of those people who like the original Dante, the one from Devil May Cry 1. But I don't know, under Itsuno the character really felt different personality-wise. It's like he wasn't even the same person. In Devil May Cry 3, it made sense for him to be more wacky, wacky pizza man, because he was a prequel and he was a teenager, so it made sense for him to behave like that. But in Devil May Cry 4, he was Dante in Devil May Cry 4 was like in his late 30s, early 40s, I think. I don't know. It was just so jarring to see him act like that. I really didn't like Itsuno's interpretation of the character. For me, Dante will always remain Devil May Cry 1 Dante. That's the best depiction of the character when it comes to that. Some things also in terms of gameplay I liked more in Devil May Cry 1, but of course Devil May Cry 3 is the most popular entry because of the style switching. But Devil May Cry 1 still has some aspects to it that are still unrivaled in my opinion. The enemies design is one of them. Enemies design in terms of both aesthetically and in terms of combat design. The way the enemies were managed The way that they could be killed with just one attack. I don't think it was in Devil May Cry 3, from what I remember. Stuff like the shadows having their weak spot in that precise fashion, that you had to jump on the spike. Yeah, I don't think it was ever replicated in 3, and even in 4. Maybe not. Maybe in 4 some enemies there were like that, but 1 felt more unique in that sense. Personally, I've always preferred Devil May Cry 1 when it comes to that, to Dante's character, to the enemy design, and the overall atmosphere. It's such a shame that Kamiya never got to work on a sequel, but yeah. And now, like, I thought it was interesting because who knows what's gonna happen. I personally think that Capcom going forward is not gonna have a very easy life because, like I said, their most creative people are all gone. They don't have new sufficient talent to come up with new games, new quality games. And in fact, that they are recycling pretty much everything. Everything they can, they're recycling it. So I don't know what's gonna happen to Capcom, but I don't foresee anything good when it comes to their future strategy and their future games. I expect mediocre games from them. Itsuno leaving is just another indication that's the direction they're going to. And I personally don't see anything good. Even Resident Evil 9, I don't see. After Resident Evil 8, I have no faith in Resident Evil 9. So I guess we'll see. Let me know what you think, as usual. I want to hear your opinion. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video, which will probably be, unless some news comes out, will probably be the Dead Rising video. Which, honestly, I have to see how that video makes, because honestly, I don't like how my channel is tanking in terms of views, despite all the effort I've been putting into it. Maybe I'll switch to streaming, because making videos, honestly, like this, it's not rewarding. YouTube is fucking garbage, because once they decide that your channel has to die, yeah, it's gonna die. Not much you can do about it. So I guess we'll see about it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.